Hi again, this is Sarah Neighbor with Sarah Loves to Stamp, and today I'm bringing you a Tool Time Thursday about one of my all-time favorite tools, the Stamp-a-ma-jig. And this is the Stamp-a-ma-jig handle here. It comes with two pieces. It has the handle and it has the imaging sheet. And it comes with a sticker on the imaging sheet, like a circle. I would actually recommend you leave that on there, because if you have that on there, it's going to be a lot less easy to lose. I'm always looking for mine constantly. So, anyway. The purpose of this tool is to get your stamp exactly where you want it, and that ensures, you know, that your sentiments are straight, or that if you're stamping a bunch of different images, they're where you want them to be. A lot of people say that with the clear mount stamps, the kind that come in here, and you know, they're like this, and you use them on the clear blocks, they say with those that they don't need them. I will be honest with you and tell you that I still use them with the clear mount blocks, so I want to talk a little bit about how that affects what happens here. You can see on my imaging sheet I have a couple of images on here, the cupcake and the happy birthday from this stamp set. I guess it's on the back. I combined them. It comes in two cases and I combined them. See, it comes as one, but I cut it apart because I was going to use it separately. Here he is. So I cut it apart, so there's one, and here's the other one. Now, here's the deal with these stamps. Really, they're only good for one use. Where you stamp them on the Stamp-a-ma-jig sheet is only good for one use, because when you put them on your clear block, they'll be in a different place every time. You know what I mean? Like, you're never going to have it exactly in the same place as it was before. So that's the tricky thing about them. I still use them with these, but I've kind of gone back and forth. When they first came out, I bought a lot more clear stamps. And now I've kind of gone back to the wood mount stamps because I find that I want to use my Stamp-a-ma-jig, and it's trickier because you can't make a permanent one. I'll show you what I mean here in just a second. Let me shut that. So here's what I mean when I say make a permanent one. When I use a stamp set a lot, and here's this one. This is Loving Thoughts. It's missing a few of the ones that I stamped here, but this is the Loving Thoughts stamp set in the holiday, or in the Occasions mini. I keep saying holiday in like all my videos. Anyway, in that stamp set, they're all words, and so I want to get them straight. And so this is a sheet of cardstock vellum. Okay, or vellum cardstock. So it's a little thicker than the vellum you might be aware of, but Stampin' Up! Sells it and it's a little thicker, so it's great to use. You cut a little piece of it, whatever size you want. This one is, I believe, 4 1/4 by 4 1/4. Yeah. And then you use it just like you would the imaging sheet, but it's permanent. You know, it's on there forever. So then I can just put it into my wood mount case, and it's there with the stamp. So I don't even have to worry about the imaging sheet. Okay, so that's a little info for you on how I use this tool. Okay, so here is a wood-mounted stamp, and this is from that same stamp set. And I'm going to go ahead and ink it up. And I usually ink up my images with stays on when I want to use them with the imaging sheet. It does have like a slicker surface, so it works out better. I'm sorry, I should tell you what I'm doing. And then it's probably hard for you to see on the video, but there's a corner here, and I'm lining up the edges of this with the edges of that. Okay, and if you're left-handed, just line it up the opposite way. I also know people who line it up like up here, whatever you want to do. Okay, I always line it up on the left. That's just me. So ink up your stamp, and then go ahead and put your wood block all the way in the corner. If you're using a clear block, same thing. You're going to do the exact same thing. You just want to make sure your stamp doesn't move, because obviously on those they can. Alright, so I have it stamped on here. Now the imaging sheet is ready to go. Now I have my piece of cardstock I want to use, and I want to make one of those little flag banner looking things. So I'm going to stamp it on this piece of cardstock. And when I use my Stamp-a-ma-jig, a lot of times I use just a little bit of Dotto. It's that repositionable adhesive. And I just kind of adhere it to my grid paper somehow. And then I take my imaging sheet, you line it up where you want it. This piece of paper is a little large, I guess, but that's alright. I want it kind of off to the side because I'm going to make a flagged end over here. So I will line it up how I want it. I know I'm kind of sticking my head in the camera maybe. Alright, and then again you take the handle and put the handle up here. And then hold down your handle tight and move your imaging sheet. Okay? Get rid of it. Now you're going to ink up your stamp again and go ahead and stamp it. And it's going to be exactly where you want it every time. Okay? So that's what I love about the Stamp-a-ma-jig. I am such a perfectionist that that's what I need to have happen. And then I just get rid of my Dotto here so I can keep using my grid paper over and over. Anyway, but I love the Stamp-a-ma-jig. Like I said, it is a little easier to use with wood mount stamps because sometimes I find you know, if I'm stamping multiples, like this I was trying to make some birthday cards, and as I went on and I was stamping a few of them, the stamp fell off the block. And if that happens, then basically this image on your imaging sheet is worthless. You have to start again because it might be a different place on your block. So, yeah, like I said, I go back and forth. I love both varieties, but I've kind of gone back to the wood for right now. We'll see. But I do like the storage and whatnot of the other one. This kind of ended up being a video about the different kinds of stamps too. But again, the Stamp-a-ma-jig, you get the imaging sheet and you get the handle. And then if you want to buy some cardstock vellum and make permanent sheets for your wood mount stamp sets that you can put in them like I did in this one, that's really handy to have. It makes your life so easy because you can just pull it out and do it. Okay? I hope you enjoyed that video, and I hope it kind of lets you know about this. It just depends on the kind of stamper you are. I'm such a perfectionist that I really have to have my sentiments where I want them. A lot of my customers, they don't feel that need, so they're just fine just stamping, you know. So it just depends on, you know, we're all a little bit different, and that's, I think, what's fun about stamping, is that you can do it the way you want to do it. So thank you for watching, and have a great day.